Good afternoon, my fellow Moblite whoops flyers. Today was a beautiful day to fly. I did have a wind coming out of the southwest at about 5 miles an hour, random. So you may be able to see in my video some of the times where I'm kind of leaned a little bit against the wind, but other than that, it was great day to fly. I actually pulled out some of my planes and warmed those motors up a little bit. I'm making this video because I changed my Moblite 6's antenna again, and after talking with some guys on RC groups and knowing knowing better about antennas. Before, I had the active element unshielded for about 30 or 40 millimeters, and so I got another Sigma antenna and left the active element fully shielded. So now it's set up correct. I'm not sure if I'm getting a whole lot more range from doing that, but all in all, this Moblite's been pretty solid. Still running a Emax Tiny Hawk Freestyle 2 450 milliamp battery. I usually run it down to about 300 milliamps, but for this video, I decided to go ahead and push it out a little bit, over 80%, and it did fine. The Crossfire, of course, doesn't have any issues with keeping up with the video. I never got a RF signal critical. So, as usual, everybody knows that the Crossfire does well. When I first opened the box on the Moblite and just flew it sitting on my couch, I made it maybe back to the washroom and it just fell out of the sky. That was on the FR Sky SPI internal receiver. So I did a few more tests, and one of the tests was cranking the VTX up to 200 milliwatts, allegedly. And when I cranked it up to 200 milliwatts, the SPI failed at like 10 feet or so. So the way that they're sending this thing, I'm not sure if it's the best way. And if you want to get any range out of it, then you're going to have to mod it. From adding the Crossfire Nano receiver and the Sigma right-hand circular polarized antenna, I picked up 3 grams from the 18.5 that the Moblite ships with. But I ended up changing over to the 2500 kV motors, and whatever little bit of weight that I felt before, it's completely gone now. It is so easy to hit the ceiling in the house, just a little blip of the throttle and it's jammed up against the ceiling. So even though I like the idea of it being 18.5 grams, to get some good use out of it, gaining 3 grams, it wasn't terrible. And that 3 grams also includes the canopy that I designed and is available on Thingiverse to print. Just go to Thingiverse and type in Moblite 6 canopy, and I actually made 4 or 5 different canopies, and I ended up settling on one, but I ended up uploading all of them to Thingiverse. I originally bought this Moblite to fly inside the house, and for that purpose, it's definitely hitting all the check marks. I can fly every room in the house, no issues whatsoever. And that's with a pair of Ort Dual Shields, which are supposedly not so good behind you. If you look at the radiation pattern, it's really good out in front, and then it extends to the back a little bit. But they've been perfect for me, and I even can sit inside the house and fly around outside. So this whole setup has been doing pretty good.